right down the middle. Ramirez had to throw a strike there with Tran holding. 3-1 now. Bases loaded, top of the first. 2 runs in already, 2 outs here for the Rams. Here's the pitch, big swing by Tran. Looking for the fences there. Coming up short again. I think Ramirez throwing that little bit of an off-speed pitch. Gets him a little bit out front. Bases loaded. There's a strikeout to end the inning. So at the end of the first, Elsik, they strike first 2-0. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Hastings coming up. Welcome back, folks. We're live here at Elsik Field. Oddly enough, it's the Elsik Rams. Even though it's their field, they are the away team. Hastings, the home team here at Hastings High School. Actually, it's at Elsik High School. Both these schools basically have the same property. Both these teams coming in tonight needing a win, especially Hastings. Hastings coming in at 2-11, 1-3. In district. Elsik with their win last night, they go to 5-8, 2-3 in district. Again, they won 21-10 last night. If you were with us last night, you saw the power that Elsik has, putting up 21 runs in just 6 innings. Both these teams just 4 games to go. Hastings will end their season at George Ranch on April 15th. And April 15th is the last game as well for Elsik. They'll play the Taylor Lions. Again, that will be here since they were there last night. Again, I'd like to invite you to follow along on Twitter or X. You can find me, David Canada, at DC Vype Voice. All lowercase letters. Vype spelled V-Y-P-E. So check it out, DC Vype Voice. Follow me, I'll follow you back. We'll talk about the games, and we'll go through this journey together. Again, it's X DC Vype Voice. We'll see you there. So we're coming out here at the top or the bottom of the first. Elsik getting out on top again tonight, like they did last night. Got a slight delay here. Not trying to figure out what the delay is. Like somebody was missing a glove or something. So Elsik had 7 runs last night. Come up with 2 tonight. Couldn't quite get the big hit with the bases loaded a couple of times. But they did manage 2 runs on the double down the left field line. So pitching today for the Rams, Catherine Vasquez. She led off the game at the plate with a single down the right field line and scored. She'll go to the mound here for the Elsik Rams. She'll get her warm-up tosses. Yet we are outside, feeling the weather. The wind is blowing at times fairly briskly from right to left. Already caused 1 pop-up to hit the ground in that first inning. For Hastings, number 11, Javier Black will be the leadoff hitter. And we're ready to go. Again, the scoreboard is not working here. I'll try to keep it in my head. I don't know how that's going to go. Little chopper to right. Vasquez will take it, flip it to first. First out on the first pitch. So Javier Black will ground out. Trying to take that first pitch. Coming up next for Hastings, number 6, Melena Jones. She'll dig in from the right side. Here's the pitch. Vasquez with a fastball down the middle. Strike 1. Clean the dust out of my eyes with the wind blowing here. As you might be able to hear it in the microphone, it is at times brisk. There's a fastball fired left side. Can the left fielder get to it? She will. That was a tough play to make with the wind blowing right to left and looking into the sun, but she managed to make the catch for the second out. Coming up next for Hastings with 2 outs. It's like number 10, Angel Murray, waiting for her to turn so we can see the number. High and outside, first pitch for Vasquez. Yes, it is number 10, Angel Murray, at the plate here for the Bears. Here's Rockland fires for Vasquez. Fastball down the middle again. She's got the heat going early here. So 2 outs, two up, 2 out. Here in the bottom of the first for the Hastings Bears. Fires low off the catcher's left leg. Ricochets off the backboard here. 2-1. Catherine Vasquez on the mound for Elsik. 2 up, 2 down. Inside and low. 2-2. Or 3-1, excuse me, 3-1, yes. If you follow me, you know I can't do math. Not on the fly. His next pitch, strikeout. Well, it's 2-2, excuse me. Thought she struck her out there. 3-2 is the count. 2 up, 2 down. 2 runs in for Elsik here in the first. Hastings trying to counter here. Here's the pitch, fouled off to the right side. So Murray stays alive, fouling that one off. It's gonna be tough for the pitchers as well, but the sun almost in their eyes. That's high and outside. Finally loses her. And the walk for Murray. She'll take the base. Madison Luna now for Hastings. She'll take to the plate here. 1 on. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back and over the wall. Good cut from Luna. A 1-1, next pitch outside, but it catches the plate. So 0-2, Luna in a hole here, 0-2. Vasquez trying to put down the threat here. Inside and low, gets away, hits the batter, so 2 on here. I think it went off her foot. Either way, Hastings has 2 on here. Well, she thought it hit her. And she's got her hands out like, I thought it hit me. Umpire says, no, it didn't. Bring her back. So here she comes back. Luna have a nice little laugh about it, but Luna's pretty sure it hit her. Two of the count. Vasquez will refocus. She'll rock, she'll fire. Low and inside, that gets away. The runner will get to second base. Murray will move to second on the pass ball. Three and two. Vasquez fires. Foul ball. Luna got a good chop on that one, but Here's the next pitch from Vasquez. Swing and a miss. Luna with a big cut, but comes up empty. So we'll go to the second inning. 2-0 Elsik. Welcome back, folks. Coming up to the bottom of the second, or top of the second. Elsik loaded the bases in the top of the first, scoring 2 runs. So it's 2-0 here as we get into the second inning. Ramirez, the pitcher for Hastings, had a little trouble, walked a couple, gave up a hit. The big hit, the 2-run single down the right sideline, or left sideline, excuse me. But Elsik scored 21 runs last night. Not too many of them hard hit. Just 1 or 2 were hard hit. But other than that, they just pecked away and were able to get the 21 runs. Here's number 10 for Elsik. Apologize, I had to take a break here for a second to get a pronunciation. The last name is Adebeke. Didn't want to ruin it, didn't want to murder it. Number 10, rip right foul. The Elsik player in the on-deck circle had a very humorous response to that. It went right behind her. She took a couple of silent steps to the back just to get out of the way. That's Vasquez. Eyes wide as that ball ripped behind her. Here's the pitch. He'll check swing. Home plate umpire checks with the first base umpire. He asked if she went around. He said no. So good hold up for Adebeke. Here's the next pitch from Ramirez. Down and low. Three and one here. Adebeke with a wide open stance. Inside pitch. She's gonna get a base here. So she works the walk here to lead off, and Elsik got something going again with the first runner reaching base, and here comes Vasquez. Vasquez took the first pitch of the game, laid it into right field for the single, and came around to score on the double. So nobody out here in the second. Adebeke will take second on the steal. The ball will get out in center field. She's going to get up, hustle her way to third. A good throw might have gotten her in second, but the ball was a little errant. Great hustle by Adebeke to get back up after she went down on her knees. Get back up and hustle to third. So no outs yet. Runner on third. Vasquez will call for time for a second here. Umpire will grant it. Now here we go, 2-1. Here's the pitch, high and inside. 3-1. Ramirez had a little trouble in the first finding the target. Walked a couple of batters and it came out to hurt her. There's a chopper to left, it's just foul. Two big blows for Elsik in the top of the first. Was a 2-run error by the third baseman and a 2-run double. Strike. Vasquez being very patient at the plate here. Ramirez fires. Strike up and high. Ran a fastball up and high on her. Got it right by her. So there's the first out. Runner at third. Now batting for Elsik, Angela Roldan. I believe she got in on the first on a walk. The next pitch. They're being very selective for Elsik. They're just really making Ramirez work out there. 1-0. Here's the next pitch. Low. 2-0. Okay, well, thank you for joining us here tonight here at Elsik Field. Elsik and Hastings in a district battle. Next pitch high and outside. 3-0. And this is where you sure Roldan's going to be holding on here, taking this pitch all the way. As Ramirez out on the mound is having a hard time finding the target. That one gets in there. So 3-1. Had to make a hit third after the walk, stolen base, advanced on an errant throw. Low and outside, she'll walk her. So another walk. Coming to the plate now, number 4, Araya Lute. Oh, I've just been told the number 4 is Ashley Diaz. They switch numbers every once in a while, so apologize for that. Glad I got somebody that next to me that knows that.
Ryan Luke is number 2.
Number 2, okay. Luke is number 2. Hot shot to left. Gets down in front of the left fielder. It's going to score 1. Here comes the other run. 2-0, 3-0. Now it's 4-0. Great job by Adabike pointing out that Roldan missed the plate coming home. Pointed back as she got back to it and tagged it. Great awareness there. 4-0. Elsik. 2 in the first, 2 in the second here. I believe there are no outs as well in this inning. 1 on. Here's the high pitch outside. Zoe Tomlinson, batter for Elsik now. So number 2 is Lute. Okay, so we have so Araya Lute, number 2, is up to bat now. So the batter gets to second. Here's the next pitch. Strong, straight back. And you heard it hit the back post here. A big cut by Lute. Looking for the fences on that one for sure. She had everything she had into that one. Ramirez fires. Hot shot right side. Bobbled for a second, but they'll get the out at first. Runner will go to third. Next up, Burrito. She had a couple of great cuts at the ball. Strung out right to the right side. That'll score a run. 5-0 Elsik. Hot shot to right.
we got new jerseys, so they switched numbers again. Sorry.
So,
You get this for max reps? You get this for max reps?
so they'll talk about it on the mound. Looks like they're going to make a pitching change. Number 10, Angel Murray, will come in on the mound for Hastings. They'll give her a couple of warm-up tosses here. No, I don't have it. So Ramirez for Hastings at last just 1 1/3 innings. And it's 5-0 Elsik. They got 7 in the first last night, 2 more in the second. Trying to duplicate that tonight. Kamara Shorter will be the batter for Elsik when we get back to play here. Here's the pitch. Strike. The runner will take second and get up because of the throw, and will take third. So again, taking advantage of the miscues. That's the second time that's happened. The runner goes to second on a steal. The ball gets away. They'll advance to third. Shorter will dig in here with a runner on third. Low and inside. That's enough. Here comes the runner at home. It's another score for Elsik. I believe that's 6-0. I got it right. Wow. I lost track after the last couple of runs, but it is confirmed 6-0 here. That was either a wild pitch or a passed ball. Either way, the run scores. Shorter will dig back in now. Nobody on base. High and inside. She'll wheel away from it. Angel Murray, the second pitcher for Hastings. Fires inside again. Trying to jam Shorter. Shorter will take first base. Now up to bat, number 5, Moreno. High and outside pitch. Next pitch, laced straight to the second baseman. It will make the third out. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. It is 6-0 Elsik. Hot shot to right field, gets down. Holds it to a single. Hit by number 12, Goddess McQueen. What a great name. So 6-0 here. Bottom of the second. Elsik up to bat. Ramirez, the pitcher, will hit now. Big swing. Comes up empty. Actually, Ramirez started out on the mound, was replaced by Murray in the middle of the second. His next pitch. Inside and low. McQueen will get to second. Another throw, it bounces around, but great job to hold on to that shorter. He's right there at second to be able to keep that ball from getting out in the outfield. Next pitch, inside, it gets back to the backstop. McQueen will definitely get to third this time. Here comes the throw, a little bit late. Gets away, but not far enough. So Hastings in business here. Runner on third. Nobody out. Rene Ramirez up to the plate. Wind up and pitch. Fouled back to the right side. Got a good cut on it though. Vasquez on the mound for Elsik. Did not allow a run in the first. Only allowed one to reach base. Here's the next pitch. Big swing and a miss. So Ramirez will strike out. It's like number 15, Brandy Berry for Elsik, or excuse me, for Hastings. She has long hair. It's hard to tell what the number is, but I heard people yelling out, "Go, let's go, Brandy!" So we're gonna go with that. Here's the next pitch. High and outside. Here's the next pitch. Checked on the right side. Second baseman gets to it, throws out, but the run will score. McQueen will cross the plate. It is 6-1. Elsik on top, but Hastings breaks through here. Next up to bat, Caden Smith for Hastings. No runners on here. One out. That pitch went completely through everything, and if we wouldn't have a wall in front of us, they'd probably be calling an ambulance for me. You hear that hit the backstop right in front of us. Now the umpire's got to take a little walk back. Patting his chest thinking that, wow, that was close. That went right over his head or just by his head. Somehow made it back here. He just said it made my heart drop. I know how you feel, ref. We did the same thing back here. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, fouled to the right side. Wind still blowing pretty good here at times. 15, 20 miles an hour. You can see waving through the jersey there. on Caden Smith as he's swinging away here. Bases are clear. Caden Smith up here. 1 run in for Hastings, but they still trail 6-1. Hit down the left field line. It's going to trickle down the left field line. She'll slide into first. She is safe. The ball, the throw, pulled the first baseman off of the bag. Caden Smith slides in and makes it. And a little hesitation. That ball looked like it was going to go foul. Just did a tightrope down that left field chalk. Next batter, the third baseman Gomez for Hastings. Here's a pitch high, strong on its strike. One runner on, 1 run in for Hastings. Bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. So Gomez in an 0-2 hole here. Open stance for Gomez too. She'll look at that one go by. The runner will take second. Caden Smith quickly realized that one, where that one was going, and she'll take second base. So 1-2 is the count. Smith on second, big swing, but foul tipped. It's a third strike dropped, and that's going to be the end of the inning. So Hastings gets 1 on the board, but they still trail at the end of 2, 6-1. Welcome back, folks. We go to the third inning. 6-1 is our score. Elsik on top. Hastings scratched across 1 run in the bottom of the second. Angel Murray will go back to the mound. She replaced Ramirez. Did a pretty good job against the lineup she faced. So we go to the third here. Vivian Tran will lead off for the Rams. Here's the pitch from Murray, high and outside. The music continued to play. Umpire saying, what's going on here? Here's the next pitch. I believe that was a ball. Should be 1-1. Murray rocks and fires high inside, swing and a miss. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, fouled back.
Hey, Charlie, one time. It ain't gonna hurt you. Charlie, one time. It ain't gonna hurt you.
1-2. Here's the pitch. Looks a little low. 2-2. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed. It's a drop third strike. She didn't realize it right away. Usually doesn't matter anyway, except for an errant throw that might go that way. So Adebeke will come up next. She scored in the last inning after getting a walk, advances to second on a steal attempt. On an errant throw, gets to third and scores. First pitch comes in as a strike. Murray pitching pretty effectively here. Foul straight back. I don't know how many times you sit behind a wall or a fence, and it doesn't matter if you know you got a fence in front of you, that ball comes straight back and you duck anyway. It's just a natural reaction. Here's the next pitch. Over to the second baseman. Easy out there. 2 outs now. Murray forcing a ground out. Here's Vasquez, the pitcher. High over out top of everything. That time I actually didn't duck. You can see that one coming the entire way. Here's the next pitch. Drive to short left center. It's going to drop in. Center fielder will pick it up and get it in. So a little Texas leaguer out to left field. There's Roldan down. Vasquez on. Hastings making a couple defensive changes. Ramirez over at third. And Luna will slide over to first. She'd been at third first couple of innings. There's the next pitch low. It gets all the way back to the backdrop. Vasquez will take second. The next pitch, top of the third here, 6-1 is our score. Elsik on top. Here's the next pitch. Murray strikes her out. It's the second strike, excuse me. I think Roldan was fooled by that pitch. Took something off of it. Here's the next pitch, low and outside.
Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
3-2. It's the next pitch, high and outside. And a free pass for Roldan. 2 on now for Elsik. Here's the next pitch, 2 on. Elsik already was 6-1 lead. Here we're on top of the third. Steal, delayed steal to third. Vasquez will take third on the delayed steal. It's a double steal as Roldan will follow her to second. So 2 on. Angel Murray fires in. Swing and a miss. It's a foul tipped. That ball just floated on in there. 2 on. Elsik threatening again here. Swing and a miss, goes straight back. Fouled straight back. That's about the 4th time we had one come straight back at us. Strikeout. So Murray bears down and gets a strikeout. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. Elsik leads 6-1. Welcome back here to the bottom of the third. 6-1's our score. Elsik on top. Hastings will come to bat here. Javia Black. She led off the game. Vasquez will look in, fire. Foul down the right field side. Good cut by Black. Let's take a couple practice swings. She'll step back in the box. Vasquez will rock and fire. Swing and a miss. Black with a big cut goes down on strikes. 1 out. There's number 6, Madison Jones for Hastings. Cuts the first one way back. Big cut on that outside fastball. Reaching out to get that one. 0-1. The wind is still persisting. Usually when the sun goes down, the wind kind of dies out. It hasn't done that yet. That one's going to be fouled back. About the third time I had to wipe my eyes from sand or dirt getting into the eyes because of the wind here. 1-1's the count. Jones will look in. Swing and a miss. Vasquez taking a little bit off of that, getting the players out in front. Here's the next pitch. Vasquez winds and fires inside. Jones got hit on the inside of the left knee, I believe, and she'll hobble down to first base. That hurts when it hits anywhere on bone. It looked like it hit her right in the knee, then she's rubbing that left knee. The umpire goes down and checks on her. She gives a thumbs up, so tough girl down there. Jones will take first. That's a tough way to get on base, but it helps the team. Here's Angel Murray at the plate. Inside, low. Hastings trailing 6-1. Trying to cut back into that lead here. Jones at first. Murray at the plate. Have a slight delay as they'll go out. A little conference on the mound here. Schroeder will take advantage of it, or Murray will take advantage of it to go chat with the coach as well. Yeah, we're glad to have you here, producer Justice Williams tonight. Rosie Vega doing all the QA, our quality control back at Vype headquarters, making sure we look good and sound good for you tonight. Swing and a miss. Vasquez doing a good job keeping the players or the hitters off balance. Mixing in that fastball with that changeup. Here's the next pitch. Down the middle, strike. Caught the outside corner of the plate. 1-2. Bottom of the third. Hastings trails 6-1. One batter on first base. She'll take first, or she'll take second on the throw. They get her cut off. She'll come back to first, and they got a run down, and she gets out of it. Madison Jones, even with a bad knee, somehow dekes him. With the throw to second, she'll turn back to first. Masterful job of getting out of that rundown. She deked him to second. As soon as they threw it, she turned and fired back to first. So obviously the knee not hurting her too much down there. She's gotten over that. So great job getting out of that pickle, so to speak. So the reset here. Vasquez will fire, swing and a miss. Murray will go down on strikes. Madison Ludo will now stroll to the plate. 1 on and 1 out here for Hastings. Goddess McQueen will step into the on-deck circle for the Bears. Trailing 6-1. Luna with a big cut way up over the top. Straight back. So the reset here. Big cut from Madison Luna. So 0-1 the count. So we'll get one ball out of service and bring one back in. Here's the next pitch from Vasquez. She'll rock, she'll fire. Single up the middle, over to first base for the out. And that is the third out. I thought there was only 1 out. There's 3 outs now. And we'll go to the top of the fourth. Elsik leading 6-1. Welcome back, folks, to Elsik Field here on the campus of Elsik High School. And technically, the campus of Elsik and Hastings, as if you don't know anything about Elsik and Hastings, they're literally on the same block. They even share one common building in between the campuses. So obviously a great rival in every sport, any sport they play. Hastings and Elsik, that's going to be a rivalry for sure. No difference here in softball. 6-1's our score. Elsik out on top as they'll come out for the top of the fourth. familiar with baseball, they pitch from 60 feet 6 inches from home field or home plate to the mound. Here it's much more compact. The walk to first. And here comes number 1, Gabriela Jimenez. She had a couple of big cuts in the first inning. She'll cut that one to third base. Throw it across, not in time. Oh, they got her. Didn't look like it was in time. Ramirez scooped it at third, bobbled it for a second, but got the throw over. And they're going to challenge that. They're going to ask for a challenge. The umpire at first called her out. He's the one that's closest to the play. So let's chat about it here. Elsik coach will go over and ask why. So now the umpires will confer. I'll be honest, it looked like the ball or the throw was a little bit late from my vantage point, but not quite as close as the umpire is on first base there. So they do confer, and it is an out. Here's Kamara Shorter for Elsik. 1 out here, 1 on second base for Shorter. She'll take it deep to center field. Center fielder goes back, makes the catch. Beautiful catch in center field. That ball was tailing left to right. Not an easy catch to make. And a little bit of a sun to deal with as well. That ball was actually tailing against the wind. And from my vantage point going straight out, you can see that ball tailing and moving. So Burrito takes the first pitch he sees and strikes. Misses that one. Lute is out at second base. So far they've stranded her there. They haven't scored in this inning. Scored in the first 2 innings so far. Cut and fouled straight back. Last night, 21 runs for the Elsik Rams. They scored in every single inning. So far they've had traffic in all 4 innings here. Haven't scored here yet. Lute takes a big lead off second. Brayden will step back in. Murray with the pitch. Floater high and outside. 2-1-2 the count now. Pitch low and inside. 3-2. Murray's done a pretty good job since she's relieved Ramirez. That hit straight up to Murray. She'll scoop it, throw it to first for the 3rd out. So they keep the Rams off the board here in the 4th. We'll go to the 5th. It's 6-1. Elsik out on top. Welcome back, folks. So correction, I said we're going to the 5th. This will actually will be the bottom of the 4th here. The scoreboard is out here, having to keep everything by hand the old-fashioned way. And I'll do the best I can here. It is 6-1. That is definitely for sure Elsik on top. It's the bottom of the 4th. Elsik failing to score for the first time in this game, but they lead 6-1. First up to bat for Hastings, Goddess McQueen. Easy to spot her with a long red ponytail. But how can you miss that with a name like that? Goddess McQueen, what a great name. Vasquez. Playing some good old country music here. Vasquez will take the mound again for Elsik. McQueen first up to bat for the Bears. They trail 6-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Vasquez rocks, fires. First pitch, strike. Actually, that was a ball. Sometimes it's hard to tell. The umpire just puts a fist up and. Next pitch, inside. That's definitely a ball. McQueen has to take a step back a little bit, a little breather there. That one got a little close. 1-1. So that first pitch was called a strike. Vasquez will rock. Here she comes. Outside and low. Well, they called that a strike. Must have caught the edge of the plate. So 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. McQueen will go out down on strikes. Got out in front of that one again. Coming up next to bat, Rene Ramirez for Hastings. 1 out here in the the bottom of the fourth. Ramirez takes a big cut at it, and it goes foul. It just barely rolls foul, just right down about 10 feet from the plate.
Good, Gabby. Good, Gabby.
So give Ramirez credit. She just took off and ran as hard as she could there. So reset, she'll come back to the plate. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Another good cut by Ramirez. This one goes down the right line. Having a good time watching the home plate ref tonight. He's loving life. So reset, Vasquez will stare into Ramirez again. Here's the pitch. Good cut by Ramirez this time, right to the pitcher, and the second out. So Vasquez working quick here in this fourth inning. A strikeout and a ground out. And Brandy Berry comes up here with 2 outs for the Bears. Here's the pitch, low and outside. Had to wait to see if he was going to call that a strike. That was down on that edge. 1-0. Vasquez will rock and fire. This one's high and inside. That'll be 2-0. Vasquez doing a great job of changing locations, changing speeds, keeping these batters off balance. She'll look in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Again, that was that little changeup, taking a little bit off of it. Gets the batters way out in front of it. You get them thinking that, and then fire the fastball right by him. 2 outs. The pitch, ball outside. 3-1 is the count. Berry will look in. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. That looked like a drop ball. It's amazing the spin these ladies could put on that ball to make it move left to right, up to down. Here's the next pitch. Popped up, straight up. Right fielder comes in. It drops in between the right fielder and the second baseman. Berry will look. She'll go to second. The throw is in and safe. Looked like the throw beat her, but the tag wasn't applied as Berry made a risky decision to go to second, but she got there. That ball got up in the air in no man's land, or I should say no woman's land here, between second and right field. Not sure if the wind affected it or not, but it did drop. So Hastings out with Barry at second. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Swing and a foul back, excuse me. Caden Smith taking a big cut at it. Here's the next pitch. Up to shortstop. Shortstop will scoop it, fired over. It goes into right field, and Barry will score. And the batter go all the way. Caden Smith will get all the way to second base. Sheila DeJera Gomez will be up next for Hastings. And it's 6-2 now. So the next pitch inside and low. Caden Smith at second. Next pitch, fouled back. Vasquez was cruising in this inning. Got the first two outs, now a little activity and a run in. Gomez will look at the next pitch. Inside. Got away from the catcher for a moment, but not far enough to advance. Vasquez will stare in. She'll rock, she'll fire. Got it right to first base. Vasquez will take it easy out. So they go 1, 2, 3. They get one run though, so we'll go to the fifth inning. It's 6-2. Elsik out on top. Welcome back, folks. David Cannon along with our producer this afternoon, Justice Williams. Our QA back at Vype Smith's quarters, Rosie Vega, taking care of all the good stuff, like making us look good, see good, and sound good. All that good stuff that makes our broadcast good for you. Thanks for joining us tonight for this district matchup between Hastings and Elsik. It is 6-2, coming up to the top of the fifth. Elsik scored in the first, second, and third, failed to score in the fourth, but still leads 6-2. Yeah, we'd love to have you follow us here on X or Twitter. You can find me, David Canada, at DC Vype Voice, all lowercase letters. Vype, of course, spelled B-Y-P-E. Follow me at DC Vype Voice. I'll follow you back. We'll talk about the games. Love to see comments, how we're doing for you as we broadcast all these games across the city of Houston. Of course, Vype all across Texas. Great broadcasts out of Austin and Dallas, Fort Worth. We love bringing all the great games for you on a nightly basis, weekly basis, all the sports as well. Coming up to bat now, Lopez for Elsik. First time up to bat for her. And she'll dig in. Pitch low and outside. Angel Murray still going on the mound for the Bears. Here comes the next pitch, high. That'll be a ball. Tanya Lopez will look in again. The next strike. Outside and low. I don't think she liked that pitch. Kind of joking with the umpire there. Here's the next pitch. Popped up straight out of play. Almost got a souvenir for the fans.
Count.
2-2 count here. 6-2 is our score. We're in the top of the fifth, but they play 7 innings. Unless we have a tie, then we'll have to play more to find a winner. Murray doing a good job of keeping this Elsik offense at bay. But she'll let that one go. And Lopez will take first base on the walk. Next up at BK. She's been on the base pass a couple of times tonight. Runner on first, swing and a miss.
That is close to you.
Of course, Elsik in their home whites. At least the white tops, the blue pants. Hastings, even though this is Elsik Field, you see the Elsik banner out in center field. Hastings is the home team here. Here's the next pitch from Murray. High floater. Adebike will step back in. Runner on first. No outs here. Top of the fifth. Three and one to count. Next pitch floats in there. Three and two the count now. Murray took a little bit off, floated that one in. Rose Adebike at the plate. That one's going to be low. Looked like that was close to being a strike, but they'll call it a ball. And 2 on now here for Elsik. Back-to-back walks from Murray. And number 7, Catherine Vasquez, the pitcher, will stroll to the plate here with 2 on. Here's the pitch low, bounces right to the backstop. Both runners will advance. So Elsik here in business again with 2 on, nobody out. Vasquez, a dangerous hitter at the plate. Here's the pitch, swung on, foul left side. She took a big cut at that one.
Hey,
6-2 is our score. Elsik. Rams working on more here. That was going to be a ball. It gets back, and both runners will advance. And it's now 7-2. That ball hit the plate, bounced through to the backstop.
Two balls, one strike.
2-1 the count. Runner on third now for Vasquez. Here's the pitch. Floater inside.
Okay, watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
Murray looks in. Here's his pitch. High again. And she'll walk her third straight batter. And here comes Roldan to the plate. No outs here yet in this inning for Elsik. They've already got 1 run in and 2 runners on. Runners at the corners. Hot shot. Gonna find the gap. Run 1 will score. Runner going to third. Roldan will round the bases to second. Vasquez sliding in headfirst to third. And it is 8-2. Roldan getting hold of one. Going shopping at the gap. Drives in the run. 2 on now, nobody out. hot shot left field. Way down. Can't get a hold of it. So 2 on here. Runners at second and third. Ball was fouled back. Now they're looking for a ball. Now they kick one in from the dugout. Had a couple that were fouled back. Ashley Diaz taking a big cut at that last one. So 2 on, no outs here for Elsik. Here's the pitch. It's going to be low, gets away from the catcher again, but not far enough for Vasquez to advance. Murray will stare in. Here's the pitch again, low and inside. Diaz will let that one go by. Good eye. Count is 2-2 to Diaz. Here's to Murray, the pitch. High and over the top, and another run will score. 9-2 is our score. As Roldan will slide on down to third. So Diaz still working at the plate here. 3 runs in this inning. There's a hot shot left, it's foul. She was way out in front of that one, but got a hold of it. Big hit in this inning, 2-run double by Roldan. She's on third now. Here's a pitch from Murray. Chopper to the right. Shortstop will scoop it and gets the out. But the run will score. And it's now 10-2. There's Araya Lute coming to the plate here. Bases are empty. They've been cleared. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Elsik scoring 21 last night. Finally gets to double figures here in the 5th. That pitch high and above everything. That pitch was so high it might have been a ball even to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Here's the next pitch. Lute in a crouch. Makes it hard to get that strike zone. It's a pretty small gal anyway. And then she crouches down. Here's the next pitch. Murray will fire high again. 3-0. 3-1, excuse me. She did foul that one back. So 3-1 to count. Murray struggling a little bit here. Walked a couple of batters in this inning already. Hot shot back to Murray. Murray will gather it and throw for the out. So good job by Murray bobbling that for a second, but remains composed and gets the out at first. There's the next pitch. Inside and high. Jimenez at the plate. And Murray just losing a little control, walking a few batters. That'll be scooped up by Ramirez across the diamond. It'll get the third out. But after the 5th inning, Elsik will lead 10-2, and we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Hastings coming up. Welcome back, folks. Glad you could join us here on Vype Sports Live. David Canada along with our producer, Justice Williams, tonight. Rosie Vega doing all the Q&A. Quality control back at Vype's headquarters. We've gone through 4.5 in the bottom of the fifth here. 10-2 Elsik leads as Hastings will come up to bat. If you're with us last night, you know Elsik has some firepower. Punched in 21 runs as it won that game 21-10 in 6. We're here in the fifth, the bottom of the fifth. They'll play 7 unless they're tied. Now there is a mercy rule involved as well. After the 5th inning, which we're here now, if Elsik is leading by 10 or more runs, they will call it. That's what happened last night in the 6th inning. As they got up 21-10, Taylor fighting back, couldn't quite get that last run thrown out at the plate to end the game last night. So Hastings is going to try to get a couple runs here, try to avoid that. If that does come into play, it will come in play next inning if Elsik can get a couple of runs in the top of the 6th. There's Javia Black leading off here for Hastings. Every time she's been up, she's led off the inning. She led off the game. She led off the inning last time, and she'll lead off this inning as well. Vasquez still on the mound for the Elsik Rams. She'll rock, she'll fire. Strike. She'll step back in. Here's the next pitch from Vasquez. Low and outside, but it's called a strike. She'll strike out. So coming up now, Madeline Jones for Hastings. Vasquez will fire in high and outside. Wind still persistent here. Approaching 8 o'clock and still blowing pretty good. That's strike. Jones took a big cut at that one, way out in front again. Vasquez been kind of masterful with that drop shot or that changeup. Inside, Jones bails out. Well, you keep a batter on their heels a little bit. Not quite chin music, but close enough you can hear it. 10-5, Elsik leads, or 10-2, excuse me. We're in the 5th inning. That's where the 5 comes from. Bottom of the 5th. Pitch high and outside. Be ball 4. So Vasquez will lose Jones.
Hey, something hard. You just got to be hard and on the ground. It's all good. Harder in the air is better.
Next batter up, the pitcher Murray. Inside, goes all the way to the backstop. Catcher does a great job getting the mask off and really has no throw. So kind of being smart there, not getting the ball out there and having a chance for the runner to advance on a bad throw, which is Easy just to swallow it up and make the smart decision there. Murray at the plate with runner at second now. Here's the pitch. Fired. It's going to be fair out in front of the plate. The throw goes to first. It's out. Jones will go to third. And here comes Madison Luna for Hastings. She's got off a couple of big cuts tonight. Hadn't quite got a hold of one. But she is a dangerous bat at the plate here for the Bears. Here's the pitch. Out, straight up out to Vasquez. Vasquez bobbles it, goes out to third base. Doesn't make a throw. The runner does come in to score. It's 10-3 now. Now coming to the plate, Goddess McQueen, number 12 for Hastings. Runner on first, and Luna makes it on the ground out. Tough play for Vasquez out there at the mound. Had it bounce off her leg. Here's the next pitch. Vasquez fires in. Inside and low. I don't know how it didn't hit McQueen. Fancy feet by Goddess McQueen jumping over the top of that. She must be a jump rope specialist. Somehow got away from, out from under that. That one's whistling to the backstop. Runner at second. But Luna will take second on the errant pitch. Vasquez going the entire way. She'll rock, she'll fire. Fouled straight back. McQueen gets a good cut. Here comes the pitch. Vasquez will fire in. Cut. Foul. Left side. Goddess got it. Somebody yelled, "Nice shot, Gladys," and she looked into the crowd and said, "That's not my name." You got a name like Goddess, you got to protect it. Goddess McQueen. Remember that name. Vasquez will rock, fire. Fouled straight up and over. Ball went up, hit the top of the backstop, and flipped into the crowd. I had to laugh at that. The umpire egging on the young man who threw the ball back and said, "You go, girl." I said, "No, I'm a boy. I just got good hair." So entertainment from the home plate umpire here. Vasquez will fire back in. And with all that, I forgot what the count was. We'll see. McQueen still at the plate here. 3-2. Thank you, Mr. Umpire. Vasquez struggling a little bit. This time inside. And McQueen will work a walk. 2 on here now for Hastings. It is 10-3. 1 run in here for the Bears in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the next pitch. It'll hit her right in the side. Ramirez takes the first pitch off the left hip. It'll load the bases. Vasquez struggling just a little bit here. Here's the next pitch. Strike.
Come on, Cat.
Stand your ground, Brady. Stand your ground.
Bases are loaded. No place to put her. Cade Smith in the on-deck circle. Here's the next pitch, inside and low.
Stand your ground, kid.
Barry at the plate here with bases loaded. Hastings trailing 10-3. Trying to put a dent in that. The pitch is low, it gets away from the catcher. Not enough time for Luna to scoot down into home plate.
Stand your ground, kid. You're doing fine. Stand it.
Ramirez at first, McQueen at second, Luna at third. Bases are loaded for Hastings, inside and low. That will walk the bases. One run will come in, 10-4 now. And the coach for Elsik will come out and talk to Vasquez. Don't know if they're going to make a pitching change or not. And Hastings with the bases loaded here. Bottom of the fifth. A couple well-placed hits and get them right back in this game. Just down 10-4. Again, Hastings coming into this game needing a win. Only one win in district. 1-3. They're 2-11 on the season total. Elsik at 5-8, 2-3 in district. Of course, needing to win as well. Top four teams make it into the playoffs. So Vasquez will stay in. Cade Smith at the plate. Inside. She'll scoot out of the way from that one. Bases are loaded. Next pitch for Vasquez. High. 2-0. Struggling to find location now. The wind picking up again. Here's the next pitch. Strike. She'll find the target there. Low and outside. Low and inside. Here's the next pitch. Ripped. Pitcher will pick it. Vasquez, no throw to have. It's 10-5. Vasquez got over to it. But by the time she gathered herself, there was no throw to be made. Everyone's safe as the carousel continues to move on. 10-5 now for Hastings. And Sheila DeJera Gomez will take to the plate here. Pitch inside. Vasquez struggling a little bit here to find the location. Here's the next pitch. High and inside. 2-0. Bases loaded. Gomez stares in. Third straight ball. Bases loaded. Sure, she would be taking this one all the way. Last run was walked in with the bases loaded. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed. She liked that fastball, wanted to take a cut at it. 3-1. Bases loaded, no place to put her. Here's the next pitch. Strike on the outside, 3-2. Vasquez, good job getting back into this. Working the count back in her favor, 3-2 here. She'll rock, she'll fire. Here's the next pitch. Low and inside. Another run walked in. 10-6. The Bears keep creeping closer and closer. And Javia Black will step to the plate again. First time tonight she has not led off the inning. She led off this inning. Hastings has batted around here. Takes a big rip at it. Hear the crowd just know she took a big rip at that one. 0-1. And she'll step off, take a couple of power swings. She was looking for the Grand Slam glory on that one. Grand Slam will tie this thing up at 10. Here's the next pitch. Low and inside. 1-1. Black will choke up on that bat. Here's the next pitch. She'll get it to short. Short will throw it to third, and the runner will be out there. Runner will score at the plate. It's 10-7. Excuse me, that was the third out. Excuse me, they got it out there. Okay, that was the third out. Never mind, it's 10-6. Trying to keep up with it. The scoreboard not working quite here. So we'll take a break. We'll go to the sixth. It is 10-6, Elsik. Going to the top of the sixth. Elsik leading 10-6 now. Hastings 4 runs in that inning to cut that lead down. And Renee Ramirez will go back to the mound. Angel Murray has pitched the last 3 innings. Ramirez started out the night from the mound. She'll step back over there. And Murray will slide over to first base. Kamara Shorter will lead off for Elsik. 10-6 our score. Top of the sixth here. Here's the pitch. High and outside, ball 1. High and outside, ball 2. Ramirez struggled in the first couple of innings, giving up 4 runs. Having a hard time finding the plate. Inside, ball 3. As she goes 3-0 on Shorter. Here's the next pitch from Ramirez. Down the pipe. 3-1. Your shoulder was taking all the way on that one. Next pitch coming from Ramirez. She'll wind. Pop straight up in the air. They'll come in and they'll drop it. Somebody's got to call for that one. Nobody called for it. A collision between a couple of players at shortstop and second base. And the ball will drop for a single. Most likely be an error on that, but. And Barino will stroll to the plate here with one on. One on, no out. Pitch inside and low. Hit by pitch. She'll take the base. It was inside. So far inside a hitter. So 2 on here. And Tanya Lopez strolls to the plate here. Her second at bat. High and outside. Inside and low this time. So she goes 2-0 on Lopez. Here's the next pitch. Low and inside, 3-0. Here's the next pitch. Chopped down the left side to third base. He deems it a foul ball, though. Umpire with that left arm pointing foul.
Caught the bat. She caught it. Hey, she got a catch in her bat. She caught her bat. She can't touch it. So she either got to take a step back or wait.
So an out recorded. Odd rule I didn't know about. So about touching the bat or picking up the bat when you shouldn't. Trying to follow some of the chatter in the crowd here. Either way, there's one out. Gomez was called out. Hot shot to right. Looked like it was fair. She'll pick it up and step on first. I did deem that foul. Because it's a foul ball that looked like it hit right on the chalk. But Adebike will come back to the plate here. Here's a pitch low and inside. Ramirez will look in. Here comes the pitch. Low. Another ball. Adebike will step back in. Runner on third, runner on second. That will hit her in the left eye. That's got to hurt because we heard that. Sounded like it hit a bat, but just hit her in the left thigh. She'll get down to first base. And she's had a little laugh about it now, but I'm sure the pain is there for sure. Loads the bases up for Elsik. They'll talk on the mound here for a second. 10-6 is our score here in the top of the sixth. Elsik looking to add more here. Bases loaded. Dangerous hitter and Vasquez will store the play here. Here's the pitch. High and outside. Ball 1, 1-0. High and outside, ball 2. Here comes the next pitch. Low and inside, ball 3. 3 straight balls, no place to put her.
Watch it. Watch it.
Vasquez, I'm sure, will be taking the entire way here. Elsik already leading 10-6. And it is low. Make it 11-6 as walk the batter in. And here comes Roldan. Roldan with the only extra base hit for the Elsik Rams tonight. The double, scored 2 back in the last inning. Low and inside. 5th straight ball coming from Ramirez. That one's high and outside. Make it 6 straight balls. Ramirez struggling to find the target here. Base is loaded. 1 run in already. Cut to the right side. It's fouled. So Roldan got a nice cut there.
Up to your left. Not throw it. Bring it in, Angel.
Bring it over here, Angel. My ball. My ball, punk.
Here's the next pitch from Ramirez. Pot right to right side. Got his McQueen, covers it for the out. So nothing comes in on that one. Still bases loaded here for Elsik. Here comes Ashley Diaz with the bases loaded for Elsik. Here's the pitch, high and outside. Ball 1. High again, ball 2. Bases loaded here, top of the 6th. There's a pot foul left side. Luna had a run at it, couldn't quite get to it. Went off the top of the fence down the left field line there. Diaz will reset. Ramirez stares in. Here's the pitch, high and outside again. Diaz will go golfing on that one, get it to third base, flip it to third for the out. And we're out of the inning. It's 11-6 after the top of the 6th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, 11-6. Elsik out on top here on Vype Sports Live. Welcome back, Vype Sports Live here at Elsik Field. Elsik leading 11-6. We're in the middle of the sixth inning here, the sixth inning stretch, so to speak. Hastings will come back up. They got a big 4-run inning last time, cut into the lead, but Elsik ran a couple across after that to sneak a little bit farther away from them, 11-6. We thank you for joining us tonight. David Kennedy along with our producer Justice Williams. Our quality control back at Vype headquarters, Rosie Vega. Vasquez taking her warm-up pitches. She's gone the entire way for Elsik. Wind still kicking up even as we get past 8 o'clock here. It's even picking up even more than it was earlier. Blowing a little sand, a little dirt off the infield here. Feel like I get a sand-blasted facial here after this game. Invite you to join me for a baseball game Friday night at 6 p.m. Nimitz versus Davis. We'll have that on Vype Sports Live. As personally, I'll switch from baseball or softball to baseball. And Friday night at 6 up in the Aldine district. That one's fouled straight back. Madeline Jones with a big cut. Here's the next pitch from Vasquez. High and outside, she'll swing and miss. 0-2. Gonna take a small break as catcher's like probably dealing with the same thing I'm dealing with, a little bit of sand and dirt in the eyes there. Next pitch from Vasquez. Again, the floater high. Jones with a good eye lets that one fly by. Next pitch is outside. 2-2. Vasquez rocks and fires low and inside. 3-2. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Elsik leading 10-6. The next pitch, floater. That'll be a strike. She'll go down on strikes. Finally got that floater to go across the plate. And Jones couldn't pull the trigger. Here's Angel Murray to the plate now for Hastings. Kind of had to take a look at the radar there. Feels like a storm rolling in. Nothing on the radar, so the wind is starting to pick up like you kind of feel before a storm.
2 hours and 11 minutes.
2 hours and 11 minutes into this game. Going by fairly quickly. 11-6 is our score. The wind continues to pick up here. Now it seems to be coming straight to our face here. We used to coming from right to left earlier. Nice job by the catcher. We'll pick it up and throw the runner out. Here comes Luna to the plate. Nobody on base for her. Here's the pitch. Luna will swing at it. Quick run and quick out. And we'll go to the 7th inning. Elsik coming up with an 11-6 lead as we go to the 7th right here on Vype Sports Live. Welcome back, folks. We got to the 7th inning here. Elsik will come up with a 5-run lead, 11-6. Rene Ramirez will take to the mound again for a Hastings. So that wind is getting a little chilly out here. It's a pretty good crowd here tonight. Been here for most of the night. Several of them have blankets, in fact. It is a little chilly out here. We're live at Elsik High School out here by Derry Ashford and Bel Air. It's been a good game. Elsik been leading the entire way. The thermometer says about 77 degrees, but with that wind, feels like it's in the 50s. Lute will take to the plate here. Fouls the first one she sees off to the right side. Araya Lute. Here's the next pitch. Inside, in fact, so inside it went rolling behind her. Lost control of that one. 2-0, or it'd be 1-1, excuse me. Ramirez started the game. That was fouled hard to the right again. Ramirez started the game, was relieved by Angel Murray in the second. Now she's back after Murray had pitched 2 or 3 innings. Pretty solid the first couple innings she pitched and then kind of wavered. Ramirez will relieve her and come back in, and now Ramirez is having a hard time finding the target as well. Of course, as a pitcher, somebody as small as Lute, it's kind of hard to find the strike zone sometimes. And then she crouches down and makes that strike zone even smaller. Three and 2 count. Top of the 7th inning, 11-6 the lead. Elsik, a rip. That one's going through the hole and left. Lute with a single. She's on at the top of the 7th here. That was what you call a seeing eye single. It found the gap between the third base and the shortstop. Here's Gabriela Jimenez with one on. She'll take a rip. That one's going same place. Luna will cut off and throw it to first. Not in time. Lute will think about going to third. They got her caught in between. Lute's going to take it to third. She finally gets there. Lute was a long time standing in between second and third, not knowing which way to go. And they'll call her out. Not sure if you heard that from the umpire. It's a look back rule, he says. So broke the rule there and so she's called out at third. So that's an out made by the rule from Lute. So one out, one on. And here's Shorter at the plate. Shorter standing really close to the plate. Close stance. She'll take a swing way out in front. The runner will take second. Here's the next pitch. Line single to center. Over the center fielder's head. That will score one. Shorter may have a chance at a triple. She'll round second. She'll end up with a stand-up triple. It is 12-7, Elsik. That one laced into center field. Oh, seventh inning, yeah. It's seventh inning, 12-6. I keep looking at where I marked seventh inning and think it's 12-7. It's 12-6. Thank you for that correction. So Shorter with the triple to center field. Lopez standing in the on-deck circle had to jump out of the way of that one. Next pitch from Ramirez. High and outside. Moreno's been on base a couple of times tonight. At this bat, she's got Shorter at third after the triple. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Ramirez took something off of that one.
Let's go, Jasmine! Scoot up.
Here's the next pitch. Chopper to third. Luna will cut it off. Throw on the run. Get the runner at first. But a runner does score. 13-6 now. Here in the seventh inning. Great job by Luna. Fielding that at third. Throwing it on the run to get the runner at first. Here's Danya Gomez now. At the plate inside. She'll skip away from that one. Adebike on deck. Swing and a miss outside. She pats herself on the chest saying, "That's my bad. I knew that was a bad pitch." It's hard to lay off some of those sometimes as they're tailing away from you. Here's the next pitch. Inside, she'll let that one fly. 2-1 the count. Next pitch from Ramirez. Chopper to short. She'll scoop it. Fired across the diamond for the out. And we'll go to the bottom of the seventh. Elsik leading 13-6. Hastings needing as few runs to continue this game. We go to the bottom of the seventh here on Vype. Welcome back, folks, to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's all over one way or another. Hastings needs 6 runs in this inning to go to extra innings, as they only play 7. It's 13-6. Excuse me, they lead. I can't do math. They need 7 runs. 7 runs in the 7th inning to continue this game. And if you followed me before, you know I can't do math. I do my best, though. Wasn't my best subject. So we got to the bottom of the 7th here. Goddess McQueen will lead off for the Bears. Vasquez still on the mound. She's gone the entire way. Struggled a little bit the last couple of innings, but when the time came, she really bared down, no pun intended, against the Bears, and got the out she needed to move on. So Elsik looking to shut the Bears out here and skate off with a victory of 13-6. They lead here in the 7th. Goddess McQueen strolls to the plate. Ramirez will be in the on-deck circle for Hastings. McQueen's been on the base paths a couple of times tonight. She'll dig in. Vasquez will rock and fire. That one's low and outside, or low and inside. In fact, it rolled across the plate. You heard it hit the backstop right in front of us here. So 1-0. Here's the next pitch. Down middle. It's going to be a ball. It looked like it was going to hang on into the strike zone. It was 2-0. Here's the next pitch. Outside. That'll call a strike.
There you go. There you go.
Snip the outside corner. 2-1. McQueen wields the bat, and she's ready. Chatter from the Hastings dugout. McQueen will foul it to the right side. McQueen will let the chatter die down and step back in the box. Vasquez will rock and fire. Swing and a miss. McQueen trying to go downtown with that. Drop third strike, but tagged her right at the plate. 1 out. 2 more outs for Elsik to get out of this with a victory tonight. Renee Ramirez to the plate here. Brandy Berry will step into the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch, inside and low.
Come on, Cat. Come on, Gabby.
Let's get it, Jasmine.
Here's the pitch. Strike to the outside corner.
Come on, Cat. Come on, Cat.
1-2 count on Reyes. Here's the pitch. Low, it's going to go to 3-2. Or it should be 2-2. Can't count either. Two and two pitch inside, 3-2. Almost hit her. In fact, she's hobbling around like it did hit her. And sure enough, it did hit her. She wasn't quite aware that that was a free base there. The umpire waited for it and set her to first. Got a pinch runner,
Hey, and if you running, you
or
running
what they call a
hard.
courtesy runner.
Come on, Cat.
And Brandy Berry, number 15, will stroll to the plate here. Outside. One and 0. Here's the next pitch. Ripped straight back. A big cut at it.
Come on, Cat.
Berry will measure that plate. Stand back in. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. Runner will take second. The throw will come back to the pitcher. So a runner on second for Brandy Berry. Vasquez has gone the entire way. She'll rock, she'll fire. Strike.
Come on, Cat.
Getting close to closing this one out for the Elsik Rams. Berry will look in again. Pitch. Will hit it to short. Runner will go to third. The throw not in time. I don't see the first base umpire. He's all the way over at second. That's why I didn't see him. It looked like it wasn't in time, but they say she was out. I got to question it real quick here.
Hey, one more. There's one more. There's one more.
Home plate referee just having a good time tonight. 2 outs here. One more out to go for Elsik. Pitch high outside. Here comes a run. Run will score. And it's 13-7. The pinch runner comes all the way around to score on the pass ball.
Just throw it. 13-7. Yes. Jesus Christ.
1-0. Here comes the pitch. Floater in, strike. Caden Smith, watch that one fly by. That next is a ball. 13-7 is our score, bottom of the 7th here. Hastings trying to stay alive. She'll rock, she'll fire. Here's the pitch. Goes out to third base. Shortstop will take it. Throw over, and the tag is made, and the out is completed. And that'll do it. Elsik with a 13-7 win. They'll go to 6-8 overall on their record. 2 nights in a row, Elsik comes out on top, scoring 33 runs in the process in both those games combined. So our final score tonight, 13-7. Elsik wins over Hastings. On behalf of our producer, Justice Williams, and our quality control, Rosie Vega, I'm David Canada saying good.